Hello everyone, this is Nora Germain, and I'm coming to you from a big money tour with Jon Batiste. So excited and honored to be on this tour with these great musicians and friends and just an incredible crew. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about my gear for this. I'll start with the violin. Just the violin itself. So this is my main violin. This has an LR Baggs pickup here, which usually has to be installed by a luthier. And this one was installed by my dad, so thank you, Dad. And then it attaches here with a very similar kind of thing that you would use to attach the chin rest or the tailpiece. So basically, when I'm doing my shows, I would plug this into either a preamp or a DI of some kind, and then into either a Fishman or an AER amplifier, and then you carefully EQ to make sure that you've got a good sound. The best thing is to play just plainly acoustic, but if you're playing in a jazz band, you're playing violin, you need to be heard. So there's also, you can play it with a microphone on a boom stand, like what Stephen Grappelli did, or you can also play with a clip-on mic, which just clips on here, and then is just kind of right over here. So those are great too, but for this tour, we're doing something else. So I'll just say, sometimes we use in-ears, especially when we're rehearsing, so that we can clearly hear one another. So the in-ears go in here, and then I plug these into a wireless pack, which is just like this. And then that pack would go on my pants or my dress or whatever, and then I can hear the rest of the band. But for the violin, if we're not using in-ears, or regardless of if we're using in-ears, I amplify the violin with this jack, which goes into here, into my pickup, and then this wireless pack from Shure goes here. This is a little funny here, straighten that out. Goes onto my pants or my dress, and then it's like tucked in back here. I can even put it in my pocket, and then I've just got this, and I can wirelessly move around or do the love riot through the audience or whatever we need to do. I will say though, you have to make sure that you like the way that your pickup sounds. Obviously, amplified violin can be a little like this, so you have to be careful that the people that you're working with really know what they're doing. They understand what you want. They understand what you want to sound like, and they understand how to EQ not only the mix of the violin, the sound of the violin in your in-ears, but also in the house, so that you have got a really great, natural, full, good sound. It's never going to be exactly like what you do when you're playing acoustic, and that's just life. But if you want to be heard by thousands of people, you sometimes have to make small concessions. So that's the basics.